Welcome to Brawl For A Few. It is a weekly discussion between myself, Mitch Nickelson, Ryan Bostic, who is MIA. What's going on? He's got a job and kids. He didn't make it today. But who did make it? Well, that's Michael Pack. Hey, Michael, how are you doing?
Oh, I am good. It's good to be here.
That's always good. Who's not doing good right behind me, that's the background this week, is Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt looking like they're having drug problems. I kind of joke about that because there was a meme going around with this image, and then I live in Huntington, West Virginia, and BBC did a documentary about how we're the heroin capital of the world. Not really a joke, kind of depressing actually, but, this meme went around and then, All right, so moving on to lighter stuff like wrestling. Yeah, Huntington's pretty terrible. Let's talk about what's going on in the world of wrestling today. We're going to talk about that great Raw match and the implications of that. We're going to talk about Shinsuke Nakamura and how his debut is coming within 3 weeks. Do we think WWE's waiting too long? And also some thoughts about House of Horror, since that's the background image this week. What did we think about that? Before we dive into the conversation, I want to give a special thank you to the websites that we're involved with. That's prowrestling.biz. A new one, wrestlingtothemax.net. I believe it's .net. I'll edit that and change that if that's not correct. And also tjrwrestling.net. So we got a few websites that post our stuff. They show us love. Go check them out and subscribe to this channel. Help us out. That's an easy way, cheap way, because it costs $0. Why wouldn't you do it? All right, let's jump into the first conversation. Michael, I'm looking at my notes real fast, make sure everything in front of me and I don't forget anything. I want to talk about that fantastic main event from Monday night. It was a triple threat match to determine the number one contender to Dean Ambrose's Intercontinental Championship. And the fallout from it was that Miz won, of course. He's going to be facing Dean Ambrose for that Intercontinental Championship. We've got Seth Rollins battling the man that interfered and attacked him, Samoa Joe. And then we've got Finn Balor, who also got attacked during the match by Bray Wyatt. And that's a feud as well. So between all those three, Michael, we got Miz Ambrose, Rollins Joe, and Balor Wyatt. Is there one of those that stands out to you, like that excites you the most?
I think all of those are really good feuds they got going on, but I will have to say probably Rollins and Joe, because I'm a huge Seth Rollins fan and I love Samoa Joe.
No, they fought at Payback, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
What did you think? I heard a lot of people really praising the match. I thought it was good. I don't know if it was like the best match or anything, but I thought they did have good chemistry. Do you think they can replicate that?
I think they can, but I agree with you. It was a good match, but it wasn't like great or anything. But it was something. It's a good thing to start, a good starting match for their little feud.
I agree. And so that's your standout for you. What do you think about Balor and Wyatt? Are we going to get some fun, creepy stuff there? Demon versus cult leader guy? Or is the in-ring action going to be what stands out? What do you think's going on there?
I think it's their creepy look things they're doing. With Balor, he's dressed up as Demon King, and Wyatt is already freaky.
Yeah, I'm really interested.
I expect some good stuff that way.
Yeah, I'm interested in the chemistry they might bring because they're kind of characters. At least Bray Wyatt is definitely a character. Finn Balor, I feel like they've relied too much more on his wrestling over the cool persona when there's so much, the whole demon side of him. I feel like they could really explore that more rather than just some cool thing he does and dresses up. Make it more of a character. I think it might make me invest more into his character. And lastly, we've got Miz versus Ambrose. And honestly, between all these three, I think Miz Ambrose excites me the least, mainly just because it's kind of a carryover from SmackDown. I feel like we've seen it before. But I do like Miz, out of all these guys, probably the best out of anybody. He's been the man for a while, and I'd like to see what he does. And since the Intercontinental Championship right now is sort of the top championship on Raw since Brock's not there, I'd like to see Miz carry it for a little bit. Let him be the top guy on Raw for a little bit. Do you have any thoughts on Miz versus Ambrose, Michael?
I think it's going to be good, but it's because of the Miz.
I agree. He's on another level right now. His character works great. And between all those, I think I have to agree with you. Rollins, Joe. Unless Wyatt versus Balor, it gets the good, creepy character work that I'm hoping they do. I think there could be some fun there. But otherwise, I'll probably side with you. Joe, Rollins. That's what I'm most excited. But let's move on, because we were just talking about Bray Wyatt. Let's just go ahead and jump into the House of Horrors talk. Him and Randy Orton had a House of Horrors match, the first of its kind, at Payback. Started in a weird house in Kansas or Missouri or wherever, but it was supposed to be in California because they ended up in the arena. What did you think of this match? And from what I understand, like, you might not have made it the whole way through. Is that true?
That is true. I thought it was pretty bad, and I just turned off probably halfway through it.
So, did you see the fridge tipping over onto Randy Orton?
No, I didn't. I heard of it, but I didn't see it.
Did you end up coming back in and seeing the end where Jinder Mahal interfered, or did you just not come back in for a while on that one?
I saw when Bray Wyatt came walking out, but I turned it back off because I just didn't want to see that match, the end of it.
I think that was the polarizing effect of that, because I saw a lot of that online. Personally, I liked it a lot. I think I was hoping for something a little campier, something maybe more Final Deletion-ish. There was a little bit, like the tractor that drove itself, and at the end of the actual House of Horrors segment, the house changed from red lighting to blue lighting. But that was really the only supernatural weird stuff. I remember watching it, and my wife was next to me while I was watching it, and I remember saying, like, I want a monster, something to jump out. They took it a little too serious. I kind of liked it. It was good movie effects. Like, WWE Studios are just trying to make a cool action sequence. It's okay for that. I didn't mind it. I think I liked it pretty well, but not to the point that I didn't like it so much I turned it off. But that's where you were on that. And, I mean, is it okay that some wrestling's for some people and some's for the other, or should WWE try not to have something so polarizing?
No, I think it's good they're doing a little bit of both.
So, do you want to see any more pre-recorded segments like this, or just save them for the Hardys if they do something like that?
I say just save it for the Hardys.
Yeah,
they're the masters at it.
You know, they did a pre-recorded segment. This isn't the first one they've done like this in the post-Final Deletion era. Like a month after they did Final Deletion last year, the Wyatts and who was it? New Day. They fought at Compound. I remember Braun Strowman was still in Wyatts, and I remember him running straight into a truck full steam. That's the only thing I remember from that. And that was pretty cool. But once again, I think I was expecting something jokier and goofier, kind of like what you'd expect for the Hardys. But WWE just took it serious, and I don't know if serious is what people want in something like this. You got any more thoughts? Yeah, okay. I guess we're...
Yeah.
Yes. House of Horrors. It's thumbs in the middle, because some people love it, some people hate it. Okay, last thing we'll talk about is Shinsuke Nakamura. He's debuted on SmackDown. He's made a few appearances. He's gotten a little physical with Dolph Ziggler so far, but his first official match, televised match, isn't going to happen until Backlash, which is on May 21st, which is like 3 weeks from now. So I got to ask the question, WWE, since they're waiting too long, or since they're waiting to debut and making it special, I guess, are they waiting too long? Are they kind of wasting him at this point?
I don't think they're wasting him, but I do think it's too long. I mean, everybody wants to see him fight on SmackDown. I mean, he was on the SmackDown after WrestleMania, but he still hasn't had a match so far. So, yeah, it's too long.
Yeah, and I think the problem is, like, I really look forward to the match between him and Ziggler, because Ziggler's great in the ring, but Ziggler as a character, as a persona, he's pretty stale. A couple years ago, people were bringing signs to the arena that says push Ziggler, and then people got to the point where they kind of turned on him a little because, it didn't feel like the passion was really there. And it maybe just people got tired from it. I'm not really sure what was going on. And now it's like people just kind of nothing Ziggler. We don't really love him. We don't really hate him. We know he's good, but it's not like we're going to get behind him and start doing a Daniel Bryan style movement. So I think waiting 2 or 3 more weeks when you have a character that people just aren't really that heavily invested in, I don't know. I have a hard time waiting and getting super excited to see these segments that aren't actual matches at this point. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. I totally agree.
Okay. Well, I think we're hitting close to 10 minutes, so I think we'll start wrapping it up. Looking forward to the Nakamura match, but hopefully we don't have to wait too long for all that. Let's see, we talked about some of the Raw rivalries we're looking forward to, and we also talked about the House of Horrors, which is behind me right now. Before we start saying goodbyes and plugs, you got anything you want to say, Michael?
No, I'm good.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm Mitch Nickelson. He's Michael. Please visit our sites that support us. I'll say once again, prowrestling.biz, Wrestling to the Max, and TJR Wrestling. Hopefully we can get some more people on board and get our stuff posted more. Please subscribe, share, do all that fun stuff. Comment if you want to engage in the conversations. We'll banter back with you. You can find me on Twitter at Mitch Nickelson. Michael, you got a Twitter somewhere, don't you?
Yes, I do. Just Michael Pack.
All right. I think it's Pack422. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. All right. Until next time, I'm Mitch. You're not. He's Michael. I'm not. And I will see you later.